Someone sneaking about.
That's the right.
It's plundered over here!
Gondorian folktales abound with drakes, lesser versions of the great dragons who supposedly slumber under the earth. Yet here in Mordor, I've seen them with my own eyes, though from a safe distance, and they are nothing like the storybooks say. They are lethal hunters of the air, rapacious and cruel, apt to torment their prey before eating it. This scale, taken from a drake carcass we found in a ground cave, gives some sense of their size, and how strong they must be to carry such weight aloft.
Scale of a drake or a full-fledged dragon?
Certainly a drake. Dragons take better care of their scales.
You like that? He's blocking us! Break the blade! Kill you! Brilliant hit! Crackhorn. Enough! Get on the loose! I think I saw the legs.
Get on with the horse! Not as big as they say, you. Not nearly. Spit to the men and all I got's a gold build. You speak language, do you? Speak blood, do you? Speak guts? If I don't reckon you'll be waiting while I rip your throat out so fast it'll whistle.
Blood is up. Get him in the gaps like that. In that sword! Die! All at once! Tackle him! For the war team! Crush him! Something to... The undying land.
We Gondorians called Minas Ithil home, but we cannot claim to have built it. That honor belongs to exiles from the fabled realm of Numenor beyond the sundering seas. Wondrous architects, they fashioned this city of marble to reflect the moonlight and glow with an inner warmth. But the city's beauty and light drew the ire of the Witch King, who has long sought revenge on Gondor.
The Numenorians' knack for towers rivals the elves.
Who do you think taught them? They were but precocious students.
Enemy Merrifield! Blades out! Spoil him! Let's kill him!
Too fast for you! Hello, sir?
I don't know much, but one thing I do know. Long as there are living things, one of them is going to want another one dead. And that's my business. That, you could say, is the reason I am here.
You like it? Or know your weaknesses! You're a dumb one! So can't lose!
Way.
Any left for me?
You! See this shield? It will take all your punishment, and when you're too exhausted to stand, I will skewer you. An intruder!
Good time! I'll end you! The dog's wounded!
The agony, the pain. Oh, sorry. I'm not in pain. I'm just describing what the next few minutes will be like for you. Agony, pain. You like this?
Finish him! Gonna bury you! That's the man! I am this man! Taste my blood! Now he's bleeding a bit! I'm just... How can we win without the captain?
This pipe is purported to be the creation of hobbits, a sort of halfling that lives beyond our reckoning in the north. I wonder at the strange notion of full-grown adults who scarcely reach my waist in height. But after what I've seen in Mordor, a hobbit would be a welcome sort of strange. Though I don't think a hobbit would last long in Mordor.
Now all I need is some pipeweed.
Which you won't find for leagues in any direction.
They come to me seeking knowledge, but instead they find death. They ask of their fate, for themselves, for those they love. I gave mercy to those I devoured, and I damned others with vision. The web of fate drives men to madness. They will walk all its threads to find their meaning, only to discover there is no escape.
It seems that she damns us with vision.
And what of the Palantir? We will take a great risk. Using it.
asked him plainly, when you look upon my form, what do you see? A monster? A template? He would not answer. Look deeper, I said, for I am not the masks I wear. In this, Sauron and I were the same.
Not the masks she wears. Remember this, Talion.
Did you hear that? I don't like the beacon! Cut you down! You're here! to burn though.
Each city in Gondor administers its own justice in all but the most important cases. And in my lifetime, we've always handled legal matters in Minas Ithil. When I was a girl, I recall my father being much occupied with mercantile disputes and other legal affairs. Then the orcs came, and matters of justice yielded to matters of survival.
The gavel. Always seemed an odd symbol for justice.
You there! Ranger! I've got to give it to you, Ranger. You did a fair bit of damage, but not enough to kill me. Oh, that's self-evident, I suppose, seeing as here I am, back again. The thing is, now I'm going to do significantly more damage to you. Yes, that's the thing. Well, that was going to work on me. Sorry to say, you could not possibly have been any more mistaken if you tried. You're a princess! Ranger goes in! Well, that drew blood! Next time, you piece of schrock, you won't be so lucky! Come on, me lads! Get the talk! No! Wounded now! I suppose you think you've won. Well, maybe that's true as far as I go, but in the larger picture, you can't win. See, I always think of the larger picture right up until the end. Fat load of good that did me. Work for you. Did you hear that? Harder. Come on now.
Gondor has faced the Witch King before, and he's had a vendetta against Minas Ithil ever since. This coin depicts the victor, Eärnur, last king of Gondor. Generations ago, Eärnur led an army that routed the Witch King and sent his army fleeing to Angmar. But our victory turned hollow when our king grew prideful. The Witch King challenged Eärnur to single combat, and Eärnur rode eastward from Minas Tirith, never to be seen again. It takes a nation to defeat such evil, not just one man.
Eärnur, he who fought the Witch King.
Twice, because he did not finish the task the first time.
What was that?
The orcs are obsessed with rings, more so than coins or jewelry of equal value. They snatch them from prisoners immediately, and what happens to these rings is anyone's guess. We rarely find orcs actually wearing them.
What was...
A fine ring, but I gather it's an ordinary one.
Ha! Scarcely worth the same name as the ring we created.
The red arrow is one of Gondor's most treasured symbols, though few know just what it symbolizes. When our need is dire, we can present the arrow to the men of Rohan, and they are bound by ancient pact to ride to our aid. We should have used it in the early days of the siege, but the orcs encircled us so quickly, and Rohan is too far away.
I wonder whether Rohan would honor this arrow if they saw it.
Difficult to say. Men have short memories, and shorter still in a crisis.
Just imagine it's a man cutting down. Did you hear that? I see him! He's right here! Wish there was more action around here. Maybe I could get transferred. I'm on him!
Father always said, a proper war banner has two roles, to direct and to inspire. In the chaos of battle, he'd say, you won't march wrong if you keep your flag in sight. Now the orcs have cast down our banners, but Gondor's flag still inspires, even if I see it only in my mind's eye. So long as one Gondorian lives, the white tree still stands tall.
The flag of our people. Long may it fly.
Concern yourself more with the towers it's flying from.
It's the tower! He's there! You're finished! Stop searching! Oh! Come closer! Don't you move! Oh, that cut deep! Get by me! We got a target!
if the elves have mundane objects as we do, for even their common containers and vessels seem uncommonly fine. This artifact was once part of a table setting given as a gift centuries ago. The other parts were broken when one of Mordor's many ground tremors knocked them off a shelf. How I wish my predecessors had saved the broken shards. That's a puzzle I'd like to reassemble. Elven things deserve to last.
What sort of feasts do the elves have?
Stately affairs, not as raucous as orcs or men.
In the Great Hall of Minas Ithil, we didn't just safeguard the treasures of our past. We kept our present there as well. An archive of all our official correspondence with the capital. I used to file away missives from Minas Tirith after my father had read them. This was a weekly task at first, but as our surroundings grew more dangerous, scrolls like this one became more rare. I wonder whether there were promises of aid that the orcs intercepted. Plans for relief that we never saw.
The workings of government reduced to parchment.
Minas Ithil didn't need parchment. It needed reinforcements.
Order like a sword. There, the car. He's up above. Touched off the ground. Fight him.
When Aenar didn't return from his confrontation with the Witch King, word of his fall spread like wildfire across Gondor. The Witch King's forces were regrouping, rapidly seizing lands once under Aenar's rule. Some regions fell so quickly that letters sent by the first ruling steward of Gondor, Mordor, never reached their destinations. For generations we stored the unread letters here, destined to remain forever sealed. We know those lost Gondorians will never claim their letters, but we keep them to honor their memory. I wonder what will become of the last few letters I sent on my father's behalf.
You are not tempted to read the letters?
No need.
When Aenar didn't return...
I know the heart of my people, so I know what they say.
You try it, we'll get it! Don't you move! Watch out! There's something, no mistake. Just keep looking out the gate. Hand built! Find me face to face!